Can addicts and alcoholics teach us keys to persuasion? Amy Winehouse famously sang, "They tried to make me go to rehab. I said no, no, no." But could it be that there's another way to help someone change their life? A way that is something surprising to teach you and me about what doesn't persuade and what does? Hi, I'm Professor Seth Freeman. I teach and train people around the world to negotiate and manage conflict better. And in this brief video, I want to share the gist of a remarkable method that can do all that and more. Decades ago, the young psychologist William Miller was told to go treat alcoholics. He read the literature first, and its message was clear. Alcoholics are hostile, untrustworthy, and unchangeable. But Miller was surprised to find his alcoholic clients weren't like that at all. He took a different approach and was shocked to discover that several of them quit drinking after just one or two conversations. Slowly he realized the main way that psychology had treated alcoholism was itself a problem. Therapists had been essentially scolding, lecturing, and pressuring clients, which tended to make them drink more, which angered therapists in turn. For decades, they'd been stuck in a cycle of mutual distrust and disdain. Thus, Amy Winehouse's song. What was Miller doing differently? Well, instead of telling them what to do, Miller started with the idea that they already knew what to do. Instead of assuming they didn't want to change, Miller started with the idea that they did and that they were conflicted, ambivalent, which Miller knew was the natural default condition we all feel about making changes in our lives. Small wonder. Change is hard. There are costs as well as benefits. So instead of pressing, Miller focused on just listening to them, honoring their ambivalence, praising them, even honoring their resistance, and inviting them to gently talk about why they might want to change. This freed them to tell Miller why change was desirable, and it turns out that when someone tells you why it would be good to do something, there's a very good chance they will do it. Miller named his approach motivational interviewing. How well does it work? A meta-analysis found that motivational interviewing has, quote, significant and clinically relevant effect in modifying behaviors in approximately 75% of the studies, end quote, including helping people stop smoking, lose weight, drink less, and lower their cholesterol, and it did it with greater patient satisfaction than other methods. How cool is that? So what does the experience of alcoholics and others with motivational interviewing have to teach you and me about changing other people's minds? A lot. Here are 4 suggestions. First, don't try to change someone's mind. Second, find out what they really care about. Third, listen and sincerely praise, treating ambivalence as normal and even praiseworthy. 4, ask simple questions, especially ones that elicit change talk. Here's one of my favorites. You say you're leaning against quitting smoking. You said you're 60-40 against. Why not 100% against? Surprisingly, motivational interviewing has more than a little in common with the most well-tested sales method, an approach called consultative selling. There, too, you first don't try to change someone's mind. Second, you find out what they really care about. Third, you listen, treat ambivalence as normal. And fourth, you ask simple questions, especially ones that elicit talk about their problems your product or service can solve. What motivational interviewing and consultative selling have in common at bottom is their emphasis on one thing: respect. Instead of playing games, you genuinely respect the other person and stand alongside them, curious about what they really want and seeing if you can gently collaborate to help them realize it. Wait, we're more effective when we treat people the way we want to be treated? Who knew? I'm Professor Seth Freeman. Go make me proud.